Hello guys, today we will see one more application of angle bisectors, which is nothing but bisector of the angle containing the given point. In the previous lectures, we have seen if we have two lines L1 and L2, if they intersect, then we have two bisectors. One is acute angle bisector and other is obtuse angle bisector. And we have seen how to find those two equations in the previous lecture. Now, today, what we need to find is the bisector of the angle containing a given point. What it means is, let's say this angle theta, which is angle between L1 and L2, then this angle will be 180 minus theta. And let's say there is a point P which is x1 comma y1 contains which lies somewhere here. This point P lies in the region of theta. If you observe, the theta region is completely this region and completely this region, because this angle is also theta. So this point P lies in the region of theta. So now we need to find the bisector of this theta. The bisector of this theta looks some like this. Sorry for my drawing. So now we need to find the bisector of theta. Let's say this is some line at L. If he asks to find containing a point Q or containing point some R, which is x2 comma y2, which lies here, then we need to find the bisector of 180 minus theta, which lies somewhere here. So let's say now we need to find the bisector of this theta, which contains the point P. Take some random point Q, which is x comma y, lies on the line L. So this point Q is a variable point which represents the bisector L. Now this Q can lie anywhere. This Q can lie even here or the above this intersection. Let's take case 1. Where this Q lies from this intersection to the above, which means this point P and Q lies on the same side of L1 and lies on the same side of L2. P and Q lie on the same side. This is the case 1. If these 2 points lie on the same side of L1, then when you substitute these 2 points in the equation of L1, it should give the same sign. We have seen in the previous lecture, which is a position of a point with respect to a line. I will give in the suggestion box. If you didn't understand, you can watch that lecture. Similarly, this P and Q also lie on the same side of L2. So when you substitute P and Q on the equation L2, it should give the same sign. Let's say L1 equation is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0. Similarly, L2 equation is some a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. So as P and Q are on the same side, which means L1 of Q, which is nothing but x comma y, by L1 of P, which is x1 comma y1. Or else you can simply take this P. You can say L1 of Q, which is x comma y, by L1 of P, which is x1 comma y1. So this is point Q, this is point P. When you divide these two, because the L1 of Q and L1 of P have the same sign, this should be greater than 0. Similarly, L2 of x comma y by L2 of x1 comma y1 should also be greater than 0, because these P and Q lie on the same side. So which means a1x plus b1y plus C1 by A1 x1 plus B1 y1 plus C1 should be greater than 0. Similarly, A2x plus B2y plus C2 by A2x1 plus B2y1 plus C2 should be greater than 0. This concept is discussed in the previous lecture. If you didn't get this, please do watch. So now we will have other case. If L1 of x1 comma y1, L2 of x1 comma y1, which are constants, because we know the equation of L1 and we know a point which is x1 comma y1, then we will get these two values. If L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have same sign, okay. Now if L1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have the same sign, then L1 of x comma y and L2 of x comma y will also have same sign, because we have seen, because P and Q are on the same set, the sign of L1 of x1 comma y1 and L1 of x comma y are also same. If these both have same sign, then L1 of x comma y and L2 of x comma y have same sign. So then there are so a1x plus b1y plus c1, if it is greater than 0, then a2x plus b2y plus c2 also greater than 0, because these two should have the same sign. Similarly, if it is less than 0, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is less than 0, then a2x plus b2y plus c2 also less than 0. Similarly, if L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have different signs or have opposite signs, see, if this denominator and if this denominator have opposite signs, then L1 of x comma y and L2 of x comma y will also have different signs. Then L1 of x comma y and L2 of x comma y have different or opposite signs, because as P and Q lie on the same set, L1 of x1 comma y1 and L1 of x1 x comma y will have same sign. Similarly, L2 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x comma y will have same sign, but these two have different signs, so these two will also different signs. That means there will be two cases. One is a1x plus b1y plus c1, which is L1 comma x1 comma y. If it is greater than 0, then a2x plus b2y plus c2 will be less than 0. If a1x plus b1y plus c1 is less than 0, then a2x plus b2y plus c2 will be greater than 0. Okay, we have seen for the case 1. The case 2 is when this point Q lies in this region. This is case 2. This is case 1. So case 2 is P and Q lie on opposite side. So if you see, If the point Q lies somewhere here, then P and Q are on the opposite side of L1, and similarly they are on the opposite side of L2. So as these 2 points are on the opposite side, then L1 of x comma y and L1 of x1 comma y1 should be less than 0, because these two will have different signs, which means this both will be less than 0. In the previous case, these both should be greater than 0. Here, these both will be less than 0. So as these both are less than 0, similarly, these both signs will be less than 0. In the previous case, these both are greater than 0. Now, if L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x1 comma y1, which are these two, have the same sign, then L1 of x comma y and L2 of x comma y are also will have the same sign. Why? Because let's say L1 of x comma y, y1 has a positive sign, then L1 will have a negative. If it is positive, then this will be negative. But we have said that L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have same sign. So this will be positive, then this also will be negative. So these two will have the same sign. Similarly, if L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have opposite sign, then these two will also have opposite sign. So if L1 of x1 comma y1 is greater than 0, then L2 will be less than 0. Similarly, if it is less than 0, this will be greater than 0. If you observe, in the both cases, we got the same conditions, which is if L1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have same sign, then L1 of x1 x comma y and L2 of x comma y will also have same sign. Similarly, if these both have opposite signs, then L1 of x comma y and L2 of x comma y will also have opposite signs. In the both cases, we got the same result. So if we conclude, we know that equation of bisectors is nothing but a1x plus b1y plus c1, which is line L1, modulus by root over a1 square plus b1 square equals modulus of a2x plus b2y plus c2 by root over a2 square plus b2 square. We know that bisectors equation is this. From the two cases, we got the same result, which is when L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 have the same sign, we got two cases, which is if a1x plus b1y plus c1 is greater than 0, which means modulus of some positive quantity is nothing but if L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have same sign. When these both have same sign, we got two conditions. We have two cases, which is these both can be greater than 0 or else these both can be less than 0. So if it is greater than 0, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is greater than 0, then modulus of some positive quantity is nothing but, we know that mod x equals x if x greater than 0. Wait, I will write in a modulus of x equal to x if x greater than 0. Similarly, equal to minus x if x is less than 0. You must have known this property. So, when these both are greater than 0, then the equation will looks like a1x plus b1y plus c1 by root over a1 square plus b1 square, which equal to a2x plus b2y plus c2 by root over a2 square plus b2 square. When these both are greater than 0, modulus of greater than 0 is nothing but the same quantity. So we have written the same quantity. So the other case is these both can be less than 0. If those both are less than 0, then modulus will be negative of this quantity. Similarly, modulus of this will be negative of this quantity. And the negative cancels and you will get the same result, which is this. This is nothing but the bisector L plus. Similarly, if L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have opposite signs, let's see. If those both have opposite signs, then we have case 1, which is one of the L1 greater than 0, then other will be less than 0. If you put the first equation, which is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is greater than 0, so modulus of this will be same as this equation. So when a2x plus b2y plus c2 is less than 0, then modulus will be negative of this. So we get a1x plus b1y plus c1 by root over a1 square plus b1 square equals negative of a2x plus b2y plus c2 by root over a2 square plus b2 square. Because modulus of negative quantity, because this is negative, modulus of negative will be negative of the same number. Similarly, the second case, which is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is less than 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is greater than 0. So this modulus will be same as this inside term, whereas this modulus will be negative of this term. So we get the same result because this negative can be taken to that side. So you get the same result. So the final conclusion is, suppose we need to find the bisector of the angle containing a point P. What you need to do is substitute that point P in the both line equations L1 and L2. If L1 and L2 have the same signs, then L plus is the bisector. If L1 and L2 have opposite signs, this is nothing but L minus. L minus is the bisector. This is the conclusion. So the final conclusion is this. Let's see what we have done in this proof. We have taken case 1 where P and Q lies in this region. Then these both lie on the same side of L1 and L2. So we got a condition which is these both should be greater than 0. When these both should be greater than 0, depending upon signs of L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x comma y1, we got two cases where these both can be greater than 0 or both can be less than 0. Similarly, when these both have opposite signs, then one can be greater than 0 and other will be less than 0. So we got two more cases here. Similarly, for case 2 also, we got the same cases. So when you substitute these two cases in the equation of bisectors, we got the final conclusion, which is nothing but if L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x comma y1 have the same sign, then the bisector will be L plus, which is this equation. Similarly, when L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have opposite signs, so then L minus is that bisector. L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 is nothing but you need to substitute that given point in that line equations L1 and L2. Let's see a small problem. The problem is we need to find the bisector of the angle between these two lines, which is 2x plus y minus 6 and 2x minus 4y plus 7 equal to 0, containing the point 1 comma 2 0. So the problem is simple. So this is, let's say this is L1, this is L2, L1 and L2. So let's say we know that if this is theta, other will be 180 minus theta. Let's say 1 comma 2, let's here. So we need to find the bisector of this theta. Okay, this is the final problem. But we have seen the conclusions. We have seen how did we get this result. So first thing is we need to find L1 of x1 comma y1. x1 comma y1 is nothing but 1 comma 2. L1 of x1 comma y1 is nothing but 2 into 1 plus 2 minus 6, which is minus 2. L2 of x1 comma y1 is 2 into 1 minus 4 into 2 plus 7. I just substituted 1 comma 2 in the both equations, which is this result. So 2 minus 8 plus 7, which is nothing but 1. See, L1 of x1 comma y1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have opposite signs. See, because L1 of x1 comma y1 is minus 2, which is negative. L2 of x1 comma y1 is 1, which is greater than 0. These both have opposite signs. We have seen that when these both have opposite signs, then this bisector L of this angle is L minus. So L minus, which is nothing but, the equations are 2x plus y minus 6 by root over 2 square plus 1 square equals minus of 2x minus 4y plus 7 by root over 2 square plus 4 square, which implies 2x plus y minus 6 by root over 2 square plus 1 square is root 5, which equals minus of 2x minus 4y plus 7 by root over 2 square plus 4 square is root 20. Root 20 is nothing but 2 root 5. Root 5 gets cancelled. You get 7. If you do this, you get 6x minus 2y minus 5 equals to 0. So this is the bisector of this angle theta, which contains 1 comma 2. So the result is simple. The proof is somewhat, you should think it is so simple, but it includes so many cases, so you may confuse. Let's do a quick review what we have done here. So we need to find the bisector of P, bisector of angle theta, which contains the point P. So this is the bisector. We have taken any point which is on line L. So we have two cases where this point Q lies in this region, and the other cases where this point Q lies this below the region. So in the case 1, as the point P and Q are on the same side of L1 and L2, you get this result. Similarly for L2 also. So if you have taken L1 and L2 of x1 comma y1 have the same sign, then you get L1 of x1 comma y and L2 of x comma y will also have the same sign. As these both have same sign, then both can be either positive or both can be either negative. Similarly, if those both have opposite signs, one can be positive, one can be negative. Similarly, one can be negative and one can be positive. We got the 4 cases. Similarly, for the case 2 also, if you do, we got the same cases. So the conclusion is, when these both have the same signs, if these both have same signs, then modulus of this quantity will be same as inside term. Similarly, modulus of this term will be same as inside term, because modulus of x equals to x if x is greater than 0. Similarly, modulus of x equal to minus x if x is less than 0. So when these both are greater than 0, you get this result. Similarly, when these both are negative, you get minus of by root over equals to minus of by root over. Minus minus gets cancelled, you get the same result, which is L plus. Similarly, when these both have opposite signs, you get one term negative, so minus of this equals to positive by root over, which is L minus. Similarly, when one is positive and other is negative, you get positive of by root over equals to minus of by root over, which is the same L minus. So this is the conclusion. We have seen this example. When you substitute this point in both equations, you got the same, you got the opposite signs. So the bisector will be L minus, which is 6x minus 2y minus 5. Thank you.